I don't hear you.
Oh, how about now?
No.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Do I take this out?
Huh?
'Cause I don't hear you.
You don't hear me at all?
Mm-mm.
You can hear yourself though.
I can hear myself. That's it.
Check, check, check,
No.
check, check. Hello? Hello?
Jerry, you can hear it? You got audio? Are you hearing Jesse? Because I'm not hearing Jesse.
Well, yeah, I don't have audio. That's the thing. Hold up. Oh, that was terrible. Um,
Another year back here covering the Florida Basketball Association. Welcome everyone to the 2022 season. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey. We were here with you last year. We're back again this year. Two teams that actually are starting off with losing records. It's the Florida Flight, the home team, versus the Winter Park Storm, which is the away team. The Winter Park Storm come in at 0-2, and the Florida Flight come in at 0-1, dropping their first game of the season yesterday. Alvin, it's so good to be back here with you.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get into the keys to the game for a little bit. What do you got for the keys to the game for the away team, the Winter Park Storm?
Well, to start with, initially, we're going to need them to get active. Ball rotation, ball movement. You're going to have to get offensive boards, defensive boards, and really execute the transition.
As you see there, they came in 0-2. And now for the home team, what are your keys to the game for the Florida Flight?
Well, to start off with ball movement, that's in any basketball game. You're going to have crisp ball movement, limit the turnovers, and tempo. That is that transition that's utilizing, attacking, the closeout, a lot of things that have to be done for the Flight to right this ship.
We're here in Winter Park for the first game of the season, actually a little bit outside of Winter Park. Lyman, Alvin, both of these teams, obviously, let's go into your favorite players for both of them, and we're going to start with probably your favorite player in the Florida Basketball Association, and Grant Gullett. What are you looking for from him today?
Well, I'm looking for him to just build on what his performances last year. Obviously, we know he was a stout player. He was able to do it all on the court. Just a true utility guy who could give you 30 points, he could give you 30 rebounds, play stout defense. Also is really the heart of this Flight organization. I'm expecting him to have put up huge numbers, but also do the things that no one wants to do that doesn't show up in the stat sheet.
So one thing that I talked to head coach Barry Mostel of the Winter Park Storm about earlier was, coming into a season, you have a lot of the same guys, there's a lot of the same tools that you had last year, and you get back your biggest weapon in Dominic Douglas. He missed their first 2 games of the season. He's the reason they were able to make that final playoff spot with the last seed going into the playoffs last year. Dominic Douglas misses the first 2 games this year. He is back for this one. How big do you think he will be?
Well, it's huge. You have your leading scorer, and what that does is when the shot clock's winding down, no one can find a bucket. You can give it to Dom Douglas and get out of his way. So having that piece come back is going to take some growing pains. Obviously, in the first quarter, they get accustomed to having him back on it and the ball usage, the usage rate he has. But once they're able to find that chemistry, it's going to be nothing for them to go crazy. And we know what Dom Douglas is capable of. Second leading scorer in the FBA last year. He was averaging about upwards of 28 points per game. So he's a true bucket getter through and through.
Dominic Douglas back again this year. He was averaging upwards of 29 points per game last year, Alvin. So
phenomenal. Good
for the second leading scorer. Grant Gullett, though, might be the best player on the floor, and he can bounce with the best of them. He can fly, as for the Flight.
And really, I love that matchup. Grant Gullett has a football body. You look at him, he hits the gym. He likes to play above the rim, but also he takes exactly what the defense gives you. If you sit back in the paint and try to build that wall, as everyone knows who watches NBA playoffs, you see how they react to Giannis. If you try to do that with him, he's going to torch you from beyond the arc. And there's a few new additions to this team that I'm excited to see how they're going to perform, especially with the new additions. We're going to see nice ball movement. We're going to see a nice offense with Coach King, and I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Patson Siame for the Winter Park Storm has the biggest height advantage in the game, 6'11", 255 pounds. Went to Loyola Marymount, and now is in his second season here in the FBA. He is their center. What do you think about him?
Well, he's going to have to come out and play. We've seen the size, especially last year, we saw him come out and play really well to start out with, getting those defensive boards, giving his team second chance opportunities. However, now that we know he's on tape, we know what's happening. The Flight have been watching him. They've been keyed in on him. So how is he going to handle the pressure, the addition, to have people on his hip, so to speak? When he gets aboard, he's going to have to go up strong. He's going to have to play through some fouls. He's going to be really rough down there on the block, especially with a guy like Grant Gullett harassing him. So I want to see how he handles that pressure and if he can utilize that and really grow from it.
So on the Flight side of the ball, we're going to give you their starting lineup. It's Travell Dickerson, Diamante Lewis, Sam Therault, Grant Gullett, and Brian Hickey. A little bit of a different lineup than what we were used to seeing last year. Obviously, no Brandon Moss. He got an amazing deal to go play down in Chile. So no Brandon Moss for what might be a majority of the season. He will come back, and then he actually looks like he will be headed somewhere else very, very soon. He's a talented player, so you can understand that. But a little bit of a different lineup. Obviously, they had Travell Dickerson starting last year. Brian Hickey was a late season addition to the team. Grant Gullett has been the focal point for Coach King in this offense and defensive scheme, though. In his 4th season, he's the team captain. And then Diamante Lewis and Sam Therault come in. Diamante Lewis plays for the he played for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks last year out of Bethune-Cookman, went to a HBCU Division I from Ocala, but is now on this Florida Flight team. And then Sam Therault went to Palm Beach Atlantic University alongside Grant Gullett, so old teammates there.
And really, the key to me, the X factor of this game, we know Grant Gullett is going to be the superstar, but it's Diamante Lewis. When he was playing for the Mighty Oaks last year, his first game, he was a late addition as well. And what he did from the perimeter, his sharp shooting abilities, the ability to attack and really space the floor out, but attack the seams that shooting creates. Seeing that with the ball movement that the Flight is known for, and really seeing Coach King deal without Brandon Moss, because with Brandon Moss, you kind of have a Kevin Durant. You have a guy that when the shot clock winds down, you just give it to him. He gets a rebound. He's coast to coast. He's phenomenal. Now, with him out of the picture, doing great things in Chile, like he's a phenomenal athlete. That gives new guys big shoes to fill. Grant Gullett is ready for the task, and I really want to see what Diamante Lewis is going to do with this opportunity. Phenomenal athlete, played Division I, HBCU, representing. He's played well last year. I'm excited to see what he's going to do in this game.
The Winter Park Storm coming in at 0-2 this year. Head coach Barry Mistel, who honestly is one of the best all-around Florida.
X's and O's guy for sure.
Yeah. Actually, the main reason I have my radio show now on iHeartRadio, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. It's called The Sports Scene with Jesse O. Alvin is a regular. My buddy Max Ronquillo, also a regular. He's our resident couch correspondent.
Shameless plug.
Yes. I mean, hey, why not? Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. on iHeartRadio. The Sports Scene with Jesse O. Anyways, we're alongside our fantastic producer, Jerry Pettit, today. He's looking as beautiful as ever. We were talking about how at the end of last season, we were going to have to maybe go a few months without seeing Jerry. And let me just say, it hurt. It hurt a lot.
Not being able to smell that nice beard balm he has going on, and now
I know.
He's illuminating the room with the smile, the chiseled jawline. We're back in order. J-Bear crew functioning like a well-oiled machine.
So now your starting lineups for the Winter Park Storm: Braylon Pickens, Devin Jackson, Aaron Taylor, Dominic Douglas, and Timothy Hill at center court. We'll tip it off. It's 33 against 33. Brian Hickey, Timmy Hill. The 2022 FBA season, first home game for the Florida Flight. The ball is live, and here we go. Devin Jackson with the mighty clean shoes. Now back up top, Aaron Taylor. And a whistle.
And that's going to be slight technical difficulties. But like you said, the shoe game is spectacular.
Devin Jackson always comes dripped out.
Well, that's his business. He owns a shoe company. He does his thing, and he comes up and he shows out every chance he gets, and he will not miss. He hasn't all last year. He's starting the season off correct.
Well, I was just going to say, what do we think Jerry has on right now?
Jerry has on
Vans.
Fire 11s. Fuegos.
Yeah,
Fuego
13s. Okay. Vans.
Okay.
Big Vans guy. We got to get Jerry some Jordans or something.
Hey,
What do you think?
Devin Jackson is on the airways, and he hears you.
Perfect.
He's the shoe plug.
11
as you can
minutes.
see.
47 seconds to go. Here we go. Devin Jackson up top, dribbles right, down the lane. Lost it, got it back, made the shot. Did they count the basket?
And that's how they want to start
They
the game.
did count the basket.
That's exactly how you want to start the game. You want to get aggressive. You want to get your points up close, in personal, and you get a foul. A pretty high free throw shooter in Devin Jackson. I hope I didn't do what I think I just did.
Ay. Alvin, what are we going to do with you?
Oh,
You did it. You did it to him. We've been in the game for 25 seconds, and the broadcaster's jinx is alive and well as always.
Oh, and this is a matchup right here. Grant
Here
Gullet
you
in
go.
post.
Gullet right through the hands of Therault on the left side.
Gullet greased it with some butter early on,
Yeah.
unbeknownst to the other flight members. But that's what you want. A nice double team there, and you got that backdoor action. If they're double Gullet, expect him to have a huge number of assists.
Left side, here's Douglas, the fadeaway, the swish through the net, and that was a good matchup. Him versus Grant Gullet is a nice one we're going to be seeing all day.
And he hit the Jason Tatum slide through on the landing.
It's a 4-0 game. Under 11 minutes to play now. Hickey, Therault, back outside of Dickerson. Dickerson against Jackson in the left corner. Dickerson trying to create some room. He's got to shoot it, Gullet a long one.
There's a draft. Don't worry about it. There's a draft. However, what I love about this offense so far, you see Grant Gullet is kind of playing that Draymond Green role, but an aggressive Draymond Green role. If he's getting that double, he's going to look for a cutter, and the movement starts there. If they decide to single him because he's being passive, that's where you're going to see him get to work. But I want to see Diamante Lewis get more touches in an aggressive manner because we know what he could do from beyond the yard.
A long one, Douglas. And Hickey the rebound.
Right on cue.
Back the other way, Diamante Lewis was a great late season addition to the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Sam Therault off the mark. Douglas the rebound.
I want to see more aggression on the offensive glass.
Jackson left side off the way. So here's Gullet, the primary ball handler on this team. Telling everyone to spread the floor. He wants this dance on Douglas.
Trying to get Braylon Pickens in a situation.
Yeah. Hickey underneath, Therault. And it went out off the Storm last.
Initially loving this ball movement, however, you just want to see some better looks. Obviously, we're getting jump shots, but you want to see something going towards the basket.
Fade away. Off on that one. Gullet inside, and his first 2 points of the game.
Just what the doctor ordered. You see him getting aggressive. That comes out the offensive glass, and that's how Grant Gullet gets going.
Left side, Douglas for three. Good!
Douglas has it on and popping, knocking it down from that left corner. They're going to have to run him off that line. Don't want him to get too comfortable.
So Dominic Douglas now with 5 points. Leading scorer in the game for the Winter Park Storm. Dickerson, left side. Hickey has it taken away by Jackson, but out of bounds.
Right now you see the Storm sitting back and really feeling comfortable forcing the flight to shoot. However, the flight's been settling outside of that Grant Gullet bucket. They've been settling for jump shots.
Hickey puts that one through from 10 feet. His
Nice
first 2.
turnaround jumper. That's a good shot.
Jackson back up top. Taylor, a pump
Good
fake
move.
beyond the arc. Inside, Hill creating room. No. So some missed shots here at the beginning of the game
Lid on
for the Winter
basket.
Park Storm. In their black jerseys this year. Gullet inside, charge.
And that's a great job getting there, taking the punishment, really putting his body on the line.
8 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in the first.
Both teams struggling for their first win.
Jackson, Taylor, left side, Pickens,
kick.
catch and shoot. Just off the front side of the iron, and the rebound by Dickerson. He'll get called for a foul.
Right now we're seeing a lid on the basket early on. Good looks are on both ends, however, just not able to find the bottom outside of Douglas, really.
Grant Gullet coming off of a 35-point game, Alvin,
That's what he does.
and their loss yesterday. Jackson up top, no. Underneath, Therault running the floor and drawing the foul.
Great vision, but an even better job running. Love that effort right there. Get out and run if you're big. It forces the defense to collapse. Great things happen right there. He gets the and one opportunity. Now we see another addition. Played for the Tide. Had some pretty standout games throughout the season last year. Now seeing how he's going to utilize his talents for this flight team.
And on the other side, you have Patson Siame. They're bringing in the big fella, who has the clear height advantage on the floor. The second closest is Brian Hickey at 6'7".
That makes things interesting because now playing that inside-out role with Grant Gully on that block, you have Pat Siame. Maybe they double him, or maybe they don't double him, and we get to see Grant Gully get to work.
A 7-7 game. Douglas left side. Just off the front side of the iron, gets it right back. Second one, he doesn't miss twice. He's got 7.
Offensive rebounds, paramount. Right now, the team who gets them, they get great looks after it. Got to box out. Dom Douglas doing a great job getting this down and knocking it.
Hickey just rims out. I like the black jerseys that the Storm are donning this year.
Definitely some new threads
Yeah.
this season. And they're playing correctly. They're playing the right way. They're playing to their superstar.
So we got a little bit of stoppage of time here. The leading scorer in the game, Dominic Douglas with 7 points.
7 out of 9 points come from Dom Douglas, and really
they've been missing him.
It's from beyond the arc, mid-range game. It's all skill. He's getting to the spots, knocking it down. You got an offensive rebound as well. And really, the only other thing that's come within the paint was from the smallest guy on the court, the first possession. So, good job by the Storm, getting to their spots, knocking it down, and we're in for one heck of a game.
Chris Williams now comes in, former UCF Knight, in his 3rd season in the FBA. What shoes do you got on, Alvin?
Oh, you know I got the Icy 11s. Shout out Stacey Adams.
Richards walked from Africa.
Hey, back to the promised land. Got excited. He saw a lane right there, and it really, you want to drive closeouts. That's what he did. They respect his three-point shot, drove the closeout.
Siame back outside. A pump fake by Williams. Bounce pass to the right. Shot up, and it's good. Davin Knight for 2.
IC pass, attracting the defense, dropping off a nice dime. He picked it up and got the bucket.
Lewis, left side, guarded by Williams. I like that matchup. Diamante Lewis off the mark on that one. Siame, his first rebound, running the floor.
And look for Pat Siame to get aggressive here.
Jackson down low. Siame just was not looking.
And early on, we're seeing both teams really play primarily through their bigs. You see Pat Siame coming up, getting the ball in that mid post, and the ability to run the offense through the bigs gives the wings and other guys lanes to attack, and they've been doing a good job of it.
Farrell missed everything. Luckily, he's got Gullet down low. Banks it in as he takes a hard foul. He's unbelievable to watch sometimes.
Nothing but biceps and triceps coming out of the Grant Gullet. Big boy move.
Big boy finish.
You know it. He's not missing any mills.
Nope. So Gullett makes the free throw. A little bit of a sore spot in his game last year. Shot 71% from the free throw stripe. He said he wants to get that somewhere in the 80s.
Yeah, his trap's got in the way of his free throw release.
And 11-10 game. Gullett with 5 points. Siame fade away, left side. And now Gullett will run the floor.
Bailing him out by taking a mid-range jump shot.
Catch and shoot there. Oh, good.
He has that Udonis Haslam baseline shot working for him early. That's his second bucket.
So Therrell, former teammate of Grant Gullett at Palm Beach Atlantic, catch and shoot. Devin Jackson missed everything. .507 left to go here in the first.
Braylon Pickens checks in. He's their spark plug. He's their emotional leader. He makes some plays. He stretches the floor out. Seeing him come in, especially when there's a lull in offense, is going to be interesting.
It's Brian Hickey out of the game. Here's Richards. Euro step down the lane all the way coast to coast.
That was pretty.
So Aaron Richards gets his first 2. Williams from the charity stripe, taken away by Richards. Up the floor, Winfrey,
Great.
inside, Richards, blocked, down low, Douglas. He'll pull up, charity stripe, left it short, Siame saves it, Therrell going the other way. The flight should push it, they have numbers. Winfrey to the right side, Gullett had his legs taken right out from under him, and he's holding his head. He's on the floor.
Dangerous, dangerous play.
A very scary sight here. Gullett on the floor.
Had his legs taken right under him. That's the most vulnerable position you could be as
Yeah.
an athlete. You're up in the air.
So we're going to take a break real quick. We'll have more updates to come in just a second. Yeah. Alvin, obviously a scary sight there. Give me your opinions on what just happened.
Well, it's just a really dangerous position to be in. When you're jumping, you're in the air, you have no control. And once someone alters that, your center of gravity in the air, your landing is just crazy. And it could go any which way. So want that to be taken out of the game. You want to be smarter, especially on the defensive end. We love the hustle. We love the effort. But we've seen that in all leagues. You've seen it in high school. You've seen it in the NBA. You've seen it, and you're seeing it just now. So love that Grant Gullett is okay. But we got to be smarter on both ends of the floor.
Makes his first free throw.
Getting some love and adoration from his peers. That's really, it's hard to not like a guy like that. You see him take a scary fall, lands on his shoulder and neck area, gets up, finishes the play, and really, it's just hard to not want to work for this guy.
Douglas, other side, put it in. The fact that Gullett is still in the game after having his legs taken out like that is a miracle Farrell. Oh, Patson Siame said no, sir.
Rejected like a text left on open for 3 days.
Gullet underneath against Siame.
Now he got a little handsy.
And a foul.
You gotta love being 6'11". He just absolutely a behemoth in the paint. And that's why you've seen the flight kind of go away from that main action with Grant Gullet on the block. You have Pat Siame there.
It's like, you know the girl has 2 older brothers that box. You just got to stay away.
Grant Gullet now at the line. His second one is good.
Right now he's eating from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean,
A sore spot for him, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
in the cast last season, but he's getting a lot of reps, a lot of attempts.
17-13 the score in the game. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Shot hit outside there. Braylon Pickens.
Perfect pass right to the shooter's pocket, quick release. Braylon Pickens gets the tray ball.
Timeout on the floor. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. And we're going to take a break here and be right back with you in just a sec. You're watching the FBA 2022 season presented by Poly Wealth Management. .335 to go here. And the inbound's coming from Gullet, who took a hard fall earlier, but is determined to just finish out this first quarter. Man among children, as Alvin might say. Catch and shoot, Winfrey left side. Good!
That's the only way to punish a double team. One more pass, and you have to knock down the shot. Caleb Winfrey, the beneficiary of great ball movement. And just fell to sleep
Another
on
one.
the defensive end.
Other side, yeah.
Great job having eyes for the Storm, but the flight got to be better getting back.
20-18 is the score in the game. Gullet gives it off. Farrell down low. And the tip in by Gullet. He's playing better somehow. He's got 10 points here in the first quarter.
Pat Siame does a great job of just changing the shot, but Grant Gullet gets his hands on everything.
Pickens off to the right side. Now Taylor again. That one is knocked down.
Offensive rebounds, huge.
First shot made by Taylor this game. Richards fouled on the right side.
And we've seen this with Richards. He loves to attack. He's a slasher through and through. Right there, does a good job of utilizing his body to get the call.
A 22-21 game. And Richards able to put that one through. Coming into the game now for the flight, Osavian Buckner out of Trinity College of Florida. It's so interesting to see this Florida flight roster just completely took a 180-degree turn, whereas Winter Park Storm, it's mainly returners, Alvin. What do you think about that?
Well, for Winter Park, it makes it easy because you have a lot of continuity with the guys that you've been working with. However, as far as scheming against them, you know what they have to offer, and you know you can do a better job. You have a better look. Great pass. That was an absolute missile. Good pass right there. Just
100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Exactly. Speaking of chemistry, just a little miscue there. But when you have a bunch of new guys, you gotta smooth out the rough edges, figure out where guys like to be, and who shows up in big moments. And that's what the flight's gonna have to do.
Catch and shoot three off the mark. Richards gives them a second chance. He's guarded by Taylor. Richards, the stutter step, right side. Grant Gullett. Good pass over to the right side. Winfrey for three. Made the one he took right before that, and that one is off the mark. A three-point game. Jackson full steam ahead. Underneath.
Got him.
And Richards sort of baited him down to that baseline.
He had a first-class flight to San Diego, but what I'm loving about this offense so far with the flight, they're doubling Grant Gullett as they should. 35-point getter. He's a monster on the wing, post, wherever. He can get it done. But when they double him, it's going to create that ball movement. And Caleb Winfrey has been the beneficiary of a few good passes. He's going to have a big night. In order for them to get out of that double team, Caleb Winfrey and the other guys are going to have to knock down these open shots that they're getting.
Winfrey to the right side. Buckner back to Winfrey. Richards surveying the field. And a shot clock violation.
Great job by Winter Park, not allowing them to get their first look and forcing the shot clock. That's something you love to hang your hat on, especially as a defense. If you could pile up shot clock violations, you're taking a team out of their rhythm.
So now you're going to see head coach Barry Mostel of the Winter Park Storm getting up. Coaches team, and just as he does so, Aaron Taylor sinks a shot from the right.
And really, both sides are getting great looks. Aaron Taylor getting a phenomenal look at that elbow and knocking it down. We've seen them eat from that elbow. Dom Douglas has that left one, and Taylor seemingly has the other one.
Buckner, Gullett up top, a bullet down to the left side, and now Gullett puts it in. He's got 12.
Ball movement beats size any day. Forces Patsiame to shift out of position. Grant Gullett could get a good look.
Douglas off on that one. Flight pushing in transition. Gullett, Euro step. Missed the shot on the left. Devin Jackson. Oh, Mamma Mia! And he walked from Canada.
Man, he got the shoes for it though.
Yeah.
Wow. He tried to get it up. He knew what he did too. He tried to get it up before he landed.
Up top, catch and shoot. Buckner. And Coach Mostel wants them to push it. 8 seconds left to go in the first. Douglas will probably get the last shot of the quarter. 3 seconds to shoot it. Douglas to the left on Winfrey, the fadeaway. Winfrey got a hand on it to end the first. The floor of the flight up 26-23 through the first quarter of action. More basketball on the way. This is the FBA 2022 season on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management. Back here for the second quarter of action, 26-23. Clock ticking down. Richards up top. The bounce pass to the right. Here's Winfrey inside. The fadeaway from 10 feet is good. Winfrey's got some nice moves to himself.
Winfrey's feeling himself now. He gets that block to end the first quarter, comes back, gets a nice mid-range shot, and that's what gets guys like Caleb going. He's an X factor. We've seen him last year, especially in the playoffs, how his game elevated when the stakes rose. So now seeing him ball out, it just makes me happy.
That timeout on the floor will bring it right back to us. And Alvin, my main question for you is, how does Grant Gullett keep going here? He's got 12 points, and it's crazy to think that he's still in the game after he took that really scary fall.
Well, he hits the weight room. He eats iron for breakfast, lunch, and maybe a 55-pound rubber plate for dinner. So he definitely can get this done, and we've seen him ball out through multiple injuries, especially now. You see him getting the ball initially. He's starting that offense in that high post, mid post range, and he's getting double teamed from there. His vision is what gets him going. There's the ability to get that extra pass going, and then once the defense reacts to that, other guys like Caleb Winfrey's having a great game. And once he gets going, Grant Gullett's definitely going to start seeing some singles, and we're going to watch him dominate even more.
Jackson. Douglas, a little trouble with the ball there. Shoots it up. And we're going back the other way. Richards down low. Gullett, a great pass to Winfrey for three. Seems like momentum shots need to drop for the Flight for them to go on those big runs. That could have been a momentum shot right there. Jackson creating some room on Winfrey. Left it short. Davin Knight inside for two.
Good job attacking the offensive glass. And right now we're just seeing there's a pretty solid lid on the basket. Shots aren't falling, and that really the buckets are coming in spurts. But they're getting great looks on both ends of the court.
Catch and shoot three is good. Osavian Buckner, his first 3 points of the game.
Tickles the twine right on cue. I love having the broadcasters curse in that way, saying no one can make a bucket, hearing that sweet swish.
Yes.
Immediately after.
Yes. Taylor out of bounds.
For awareness. Unforced turnovers are huge, especially as we start winding down and getting into the stretch of this game, the meat and potatoes, if you will. You want to have a solid peace of mind. You want to know where you're at on the court, and you can't afford to have ill-advised turnovers.
Winfrey to the left side. Now Brian Hickey, a good move there on Forbes Jr., but to no avail. Catch and shoot, Taylor right up top. It's coming back towards us. Oh man, I could have had the rebound. Richards pressing the floor. Buckner again. Jackson, a big rebound. 6-point game, 31-25. Taylor from the left corner, guarded by Hickey, back up top, Davin Knight. Good ball movement here by the Storm. 5 passes and a bucket. That's Coach Mastell's mentality. You need at least 5 passes and you will find the open guy. Shot made from the right side there. And now it's back to a 4-point game. Foul.
And we went from one philosophy to the complete other, which isn't necessarily Mark's philosophy. But we see Richards go attack the basket, mano a mano, getting the foul. However, going back to that Winter Storm possession, you just gotta love the ball movement. And when the ball moves, guys can creep to different spots. And right there, you see him get a nice jumper in that low post range. And we've seen guys just excel in the mid-range for Winter Park. Dom Douglas, you just gotta love it.
Aaron Richards from the line. He puts the second one in. So Richards, who played for the St. Pete Tide last year, they're no longer a Florida Basketball Association affiliate. 32-27. But lucky for head coach Mark King, he was able to pick up Aaron Richards in the offseason. A quick pass to the left side. Taylor in on Dickerson. The fadeaway over Hickey. Missed everything. Hickey. Farrell.
It's a good job running the lane.
Other side. Knight catch and shoot three. Off the mark.
This could be a momentum.
Dickerson to the left side. Farrell. Diamante Lewis, good. High arcing shot and swishes it through the net.
These are the runs that the Flight are accustomed to go on. When you see them get like this, you have to put an end to it quickly. You need a good bucket here if you're Winter Park.
Patson Siame in on Hickey, left it short.
He has not been able to get it going offensively.
Right side Dickerson. Farrell. Catch and shoot Hickey. Farrell again. His second time is good.
But that possession, that shot, forced Pat Siame to get out of the paint so he can't get the rebound. Good job following through by the Flight.
An 11-point lead for the Flight just like that. They go on a big run here. And a block shot down low. Hickey and Lewis. Lewis, right side. Dickerson, three. Seems like a lot of the guys on the floor are tired. Jackson's going to push all by himself. And that's what happens when you try to go 1-on-4.
And right now you see the pace ratcheted up and guys' legs aren't there. You see guys sucking wind. Diamante Lewis wisely slows the game down.
Left side Dickerson, here is the point guard. Farrell to the right. Now Hickey's going to take it baseline and bank it in.
That's a great job attacking the basket. You see the mental shift in the Flight's approach to this game. You see them now getting their shots point blank. And that's what happens when the shots start to fall.
Jackson inside, no. Seems like the Storm need a dead ball or something so they can bring back in Dominic Douglas.
And they are letting them just get bucket after bucket after bucket. A much-needed timeout for Winter Park.
42-27 is the score, and it seems like it's been the Florida Flight show all morning. We're here in the second quarter, 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. A 42-27 game, Alvin, and the Flight are on a 15-0 run. Then the Winter Park Storm need a basket. They really need a basket.
Yeah, and really it's just because they're struggling on the offensive end. However, they're not getting back on defense and making it a deadlock. They're allowing the Flight to get everything they want on the offensive end, and then they're just not getting it done off defensively. Much needed timeout for Winter Park.
Let's go back down to the floor now for some game action. Just a little bit over 6.5 minutes to go. And we're gonna. What do you think Coach Mostel is drawing up here?
Right now, he's going to drop an easy look for one of his stars. He's going to draw something up so that Dom Douglas can be on the receiving end of a pass, and he can catch a guy closing out in an attack, gets that mid-range, gets that low post, get to where he's comfortable. But they're definitely going to try to get something going to the basket because nothing has been falling for a solid 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's literally been 3 minutes of action. Winter Park letting the Florida Flight go on a 15-0 run. It's a one heck of a run, Alvin. Douglas inside Forbes Jr., a quick pass to the left. Aaron Taylor up top. Now Douglas, left side, into traffic, double teamed. Smart by the Flight. He finds his man down low, and a foul for Davin Knight down low.
And that's what they're going to have to do. Right now, Dom Douglas is going to get that Grant Gullet treatment. He's going to get that double team when he gets the ball in a attack position. When he's anything below the free throw line extended, he's going to get that double team. Now they're going to have to run a similar play that we've seen out of the Flight early on in this first quarter. And now that means the other guys are going to have to step up. They're going to have to start knocking down their shots because they're going to be the ones getting those opportunities. They're going to do their best, Flight that is, to get Dom Douglas out of this game.
Knight off the mark on that one. 42-28.
Oh my.
Diamante Lewis up with the left hand. Oh, what a move.
That's how you get active. He hit that mid-range jump shot earlier right there, showing off the handles and the sweet, sweet lay on the back end of it. And now they're running.
Hickey, other direction. Here's the big man, Terry Cleveland. Oh, wow. Well, it just seemed like a dying play from the beginning there, and it really did roll over and become a well-done steak. Absolutely dead. Douglas catch and shoot 3.
Great box out by Terry.
And a box out by Terry Cleveland. He gets the box out on the other side. Diamante Lewis, the pass. Hickey fouled.
And that's really what I love about Diamante Lewis, the ability to just drip sauce on a play. Like he said, a well-done steak off that last play. Diamante Lewis picks it up, puts some A1 steak sauce on it, seasons it up a little bit, and drops a dime. And now we see a nice free throw attempt. And now we have Joe coming in off this free throw, and he has the shooter. And really, I have the ability to say that I've seen him play early on, or really the latter end of his career in high school. So excited to see what he could do. He could drip some sauce. He could shoot. He could facilitate. So excited to see his first stint in playing with the big boys. He got to put his big boy britches on.
Hickey, his second one is good. Joe Moran, the 18-year-old, into the game. Standing at 6 foot, 160 pounds. Coach King will probably get that number up a little bit.
For sure. He's definitely going to beef up a little bit, but you'll see what I mean. When I say he can drip some sauce, let him get his feet wet. He's going to make some mistakes. He's young. But when he gets comfortable, he can make plays.
Left side, Knight in. No! The second one is good. The first one he smoked, the second one he ate.
Letting Joe tuck that rock a little bit.
Joe Moran. Let's see what kind of moves this kid has. Turnover.
And that's going to happen. That's exactly what I was telling you.
Yep.
The first play, when you first come in, you're playing with guys where the moves that you're accustomed to doing work, and they shift guys out of position. However, when you step up and guys are a little bit faster, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, those same moves don't work. So now you have to have a counter bag. You have to have your initial bag to get into, and you have to go down to the basement to get more moves out of that same bag. So Joe's going to learn that. He's a quick learner. He's going to learn it quickly, and his teammates are going to be there when they need to pick him up.
So where have you seen him play, Alvin? That's my question for you.
What was that?
So how have you seen him play? What?
So when I was coaching with Circle Christian, he was on the varsity team, so I got to see him play against varsity talent. And when he gets into his package, he can definitely score.
Look about this guy who can score, Grant Gullett. Terry Cleveland.
Cleveland Island.
I'd love to live there. Moran up top, right side. Gullett pushed from the back by Forbes.
And this is going to be good, especially coming in with this lineup that can shoot threes. This is great. You got Grant Gullett in. You see how they like to do that double team. And when they do that, you got 4 perimeter guys who can knock that shot down once given the opportunity.
Moran. And then Ulrich Paul is giving him a little difficulty up top, but he dropped him to the floor.
Dropped him off like an Amazon package at the front door. Did I just name drop Amazon? Jeff Bezos, do you hear me?
You did.
No, he's in space.
Yeah, he's not on the planet right now. No chance he heard that one. Tapped out of bounds by Dominic Douglas.
And Paul is still holding his face. The floor can be very unforgiving.
Moran up top.
You see them getting physical with him. That's
Ulrich
what you do.
Paul, yeah. Ulrich Paul is all over him right now. They give it up to Lewis. Few dribbles left, passes that direction. Travell Dickerson.
Oh my.
Beyond the arc. Good! And a swish through the net.
What a way to capitalize on some slow offensive possessions.
Right side, Douglas, catch and shoot, fouled.
Let the bodies hit the floor. That Jason Tatum fall through on the back end of the shot.
Yep.
Always tricks him. Dom Douglas knows the tricks of the trade.
So now Douglas goes to the line. We're not going to say his free throw percentage from last year
don't you do it.
yet. I mean, but it is from last year, though. How much of a
Done
broadcaster's jinx is that?
You've done enough. You heard it early on. You were there.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I just said, and what happened?
That's a great point.
Turkey bacon.
That is a great point.
Not even.
But I feel, it's from last year, though. Like we said, if I said, oh, he's shooting, blank.
I literally
from
said,
this year.
I started and I said he has been from last year. Immediate smoke. Immediate. Turn the grill all the way.
Wait, but okay, but then if you jinxed him earlier, if I said it now, do I unjinx him or does the jinx keep going?
It was a different player.
Okay.
Right now he's unfazed. He's been balling from the mid-range area, right?
Yes.
So now, I feel like the more we talk, the more they're just waiting to smite him right now.
Yeah.
It's getting rough.
So my question for you now is, okay. Where's the point where we can say the free throw? Like, what's the number where it's like, okay, if it's over this, we can't say it. Otherwise, it's a jinx.
I feel like if you're a solid so if you're getting a C, if you can pass.
So 75%, is that what you're saying?
Class, yeah. If you can pass your class, then we can't do it. If you're below it,
okay.
It doesn't matter because we hope we curse you and make you make shots.
Yeah.
The other way around, we don't want that.
Okay, gotcha. I was just curious where the line is because, it's not like I want to jinx anybody, but
it's a very gray area.
It happens to the best of us, Alvin.
And we'll see. He got the nice J's on, though. Shoe game's phenomenal.
First one goes through.
But he got 3 of them, so we'll see. We'll see. Because I want to say it so bad. I can't.
I'm so thirsty.
Love the movement throughout the league. New faces in different places. And he smoked the last one, so you would have felt real bad. But
Just like that, Douglas, able to put some of them through.
So he gets the offensive board. He's going to pull up from that mid-range area, but then he's still able to get it.
And Coach King is going to use a timeout. 51-34. 3.5 minutes left to go. We're going to take a break here from our broadcast. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. Terry Cleveland's now going to try a 3.
I think
as we come back quick here. Yeah. We love Terry Cleveland, obviously. Taylor, the air ball. Over Paul down low. Douglas, no. And Lewis pulls the rebound away, knocked out of bounds by the Storm.
Yeah, I love Terry, the energy he brings. And, just a good guy overall. He's one of those guys where you see him off the court, he has just as much energy as he does on the court. And on the court, he does the dirty stuff. He boxes out. He's gonna hustle. He's gonna close out as hard as he can for 48 minutes. So you gotta love having a guy like Terry Cleveland on your team.
Dickerson almost lost it. Turns around and puts it in. What did I just see?
We just witnessed a man grow up in front of our eyes. Last year, he was Joe. He was coming in. He was a little bit more timid, really trying to figure his footing out. And now you see him lose the ball in a tough situation.
Oh, right back, Dominic Douglas.
He's a vet. He's done this time and time again. Anything you can do, young fella, I can do better.
Ball stolen away. Ulrich Paul, other side.
And if I'm not mistaken, he had a short stint with Claremont last year, and he was a defensive wizard.
Yes,
right now,
he was.
Putting that pressure on Dickerson.
Dickerson up with the left hand. It might have been a pass. It might have been a shot. But whatever it was, it's going the other way.
It was a pass to the ref.
That happens sometimes. 2:10 to go. Foul.
And Dom Douglas knows it. He knows it.
Sometimes you got to sell it,
The
Alvin.
theatrics are there. He's a salesman through and through. And really, that's a part of the game now. You look at it and you think, man, it's not it is what it is. You look at how guys are developing skill-wise. That's another skill, the ability to get calls and draw the ref's attention. Right now, Coach King doing his best impersonation of Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Or maybe Cliff Paul, based on what we've seen recently in these playoffs, with all due respect.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I hate to show my fandom, but as a Golden State Warriors fan, I would much rather see the
You like
Dallas
Cliff?
Mavericks than... I mean, or, you know,
Yeah, you want the Mavs.
yeah.
Just because with one superstar it's hard.
Buckner off the backside of the rim. Here's Paul back the other way. Right side, Taylor, back up. Douglas, wide open off the front side of the rim. First game back here in the FBA for Douglas, so a little bit harder, and a foul on the other side. That one's on Douglas.
And right there, just letting him realize, hey, if you got a lane like that and you hear footsteps, it's just best to finish it strong with two hands. Layups get eaten off the glass.
Osavian Buckner now at the line, 6'5", 175 pounds. Sort of on the thinner side, but
Wiry,
moves like a guard and can jump.
for sure. And right there, that lets him know, you know what, I'm pumping everything. So I'm excited to see his next fast break.
Yep.
We might see a showtime.
Minute 30 to go. Douglas through the lane up with the left hand, slicing and dicing his way to the basket. Turnover, other side. Taylor has Paul wide open on the left wing. Gives it to him. Paul cutting towards the basket underneath. And that pump fake as you're going up in the air, he uses it from the right block to make the shot.
Freezes the defense, and right now the Storm are brewing. They got something cooking right now. The Flight have to figure it out before this gets a little too close for comfort. Grant Gullett gonna direct traffic.
A minute left to go in the first half. Gullett outside, guarded by Douglas. A hard dribble down to the baseline underneath, and a turnover by the Flight. An 11-point game, some more energy by the Storm here.
Right there, good hands by Winter Park to force this turnover. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Taylor up top, Knight. And Taylor took a trip from, where do you want to go, Alvin? Greece? Took a trip from Greece. There it is.
Greece sounds nice. We maybe run into the Greek Freak, the love of your life.
Oh.
There's a lot of stuff that we could do over there. I'm down. And he paid for our flights too.
Yes, yes, yes. 20 seconds to go in the second. Lewis on the big man, right side. Dickerson wide open. Buckner, second life. Gullett toes the line, puts that one through. Gullett with 15. 7 seconds to go in the second quarter, 58-44. 3 seconds to shoot it. Douglas fouled going left.
And that's a good job on the other end by the flight. You know you have the big man on you. Diamante Lewis puts it on the ground and starts cooking. Gets an open shot. We just got to commend Dom Douglas for the ability to really get to the free throw line. And it's not coming off of layups. He's able to get to the line from jump shots, utilizing his body, utilizing the up fake, pivot, really the whole arsenal. He's put it on display in this first half.
There's 2.3 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Douglas, awesome as ever from that free throw stripe. I haven't said his free throw percentage from last year yet. I don't think I'm going to. A football throw down to the other side of the floor. Time expiring. And that'll do it for our first half of action. 58-46. As we are going to go to a break, and we'll come back after the half for more basketball on the way here in the FBA.
happened with Grant Gullett. He played huge minutes, especially early on last game. He's trying to ride that wave and make sure he's efficient, he's feeling good, he's really making sure the rhythm there is going to be intact. So interested to see how that's going to wear out. He's trying to do something to stop Dom Douglas. He has a couple of keys, and the biggest key is not allowing him to get the basketball. He's been just phenomenal. He's been electric as soon as he touched the ball, and he's been really doing a lot of damage in that mid-range area, shooting the three. So his main goal is to stop Dom Douglas on the defensive end. As far as for Coach Barry Mestel, what he's trying to do is he's trying to continue to utilize Dom Douglas in that mid-range, but he's doing everything he can to get Pat Siame involved. He's been really uncharacteristically quiet, and he's trying to utilize some off-ball screens and some off-ball down cuts to get Pat Siame involved offensively.
58-46, 11:36 now left to go here in the third quarter. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, and you know, when everything seems to go wrong, the one thing I know in my life that is right is Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer and engineer.
Yes.
Who makes sure we sound good, we're looking good. The broadcast is just absolutely light years ahead of where it was last year. So shout out to Jerry Pettit, who is wearing Vans right now and not Jordans. 3 on the way. That one's off the mark. We're getting Jerry a pair of Jordans.
We're getting him a pair of Jordans, and he's just been blessing us.
Oh no! Oh! Thunder has struck Central Florida, and his name is Grant Gullett.
Talking it way back. That's what we needed in this game. The first bang out of the season.
Taylor, air ball.
And you love how the Flight rally around it. They are fixing to go on a huge run.
Dickerson draws the contact and able to hit the shot from the left side.
Grant Gullett bang out. Dickerson and one opportunity. This is what it takes. Coming out in the money quarter, starting off strong, facilitated by their main catalyst, Grant Gullett. You gotta love it.
So now Dickerson will go to the line. He's got 9 points. Hoping to get into double digits. Oh, no broadcasters jinx there, Alvin. Take notes. 10 points for Travell Dickerson. Taylor up top. No, Winfrey the rebound. They have numbers. The Flight definitely have numbers. Dickerson underneath. Gullett. Oh, another one. The bouncies on this guy. What shoes is he wearing, Alvin?
He got the Vertimax 11s on. That's what he got on. Wanted the lob. He threw it up early, didn't get it. Still threw it down with authority.
Ulrich Paul went under the legs of Gullett, threw it up, and, well, thought he wanted a foul, but...
Under the basket, too.
Yeah.
Under the legs, under the basket.
Dickerson, catch and shoot. That one's good. Dickerson, 13.
You just gotta love it.
68-46 the score. The Florida Flight up by 22.
All started by that thunderous jam by Grant Gullett. Dickerson has been eaten.
Douglas off the mark on that one. And wow, he's going to sprint to his own rebound. Second chance. And he slid down to the ground there.
Flat tire.
And now here's Gullett against the Storm. Gullett inside. And they're going to call a charge from the back.
Grant Gullett can't believe it.
Absolutely mesmerized by the call. It's okay, you know.
That's a good job.
Just how Coach King drew it up 5 seconds ago, right?
Exactly.
He's taking a breather. You saw him take a harsh fall earlier as he was trying to act out a foul.
I know.
Call.
Might have bruised.
That was maybe the most ungracefully graceful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Bruised the lapel of his suit. Good patience.
Underneath, foul, shot made. Trey Sims.
That's great patience initially. being aggressive, forcing the defense to respect his ability to score, and then attacking and finishing most of all.
So Trey Simmons to the line. His team trailing by 20.
And really, the bulk of it is come ending of the second quarter, start of the money quarter. That's where the flight separated. How does Winter Park plan on cutting into that lead? It's not going to come back in one play, but you got to start doing your damage now.
Caleb Winfrey into the lane, left side, tapped out of bounds by Chris Williams. Caleb Winfrey's got enough facial hair for every single player on the Flight roster.
Right, doing his best Jerry Pettit impersonation.
Yes, no, Jerry does have that big biblical beard.
I know, and really, Caleb Winfrey's taking notes. For all those who don't know, Jerry Pettit gifted Caleb Winfrey with his beard balm. And
yeah.
That's where he's seen the bulk of his results. And really was a good luck charm for him in this game.
Foul on the floor. What beard balm do you think Jerry uses?
I think it's
like whatever, Jerry, what beard balm do you use? It's got to be something good.
It's a mythical balm.
Oh.
You heard it here first.
Wow.
And you know the craziest part is
I
that
could never.
He's not a sponsored ambassador for
he should be.
This product, because realistically, you look at the results, you see Jerry Pettit in passing, you go, the first thing you notice, his jaw structure, right? But then,
I was gonna say his eyes.
But then he's just like, look at this beard. I've never seen a mane so lavish.
And then the smile that comes through it too.
And then you just want to
melts your heart.
You want to be him.
Yes.
First off, you have to. Great hands by Chris, by the way.
Yeah.
But you just gotta find a way to hide every woman in your life. You have to. They can't see Jerry, because you ever heard chose up? That's what's gonna happen. It's the gentleman's blend. Mocha, oh man.
Mocha? Jerry, I can't believe you. Dickerson, the turnaround is good. 15 for Dickerson. Lead back to 20, and a full timeout taken on the floor, so that means we're gonna take a timeout as well. Under 8 minutes left to go here in the third. Coach Mostel not happy with the way his Storm team is performing. Welcome back. Coming out after the timeout, 70-50. Love it when numbers match up like that, Alvin, but a 20-point lead for the Florida Flight. How did the Winter Park Storm get back in this game?
Well, they're going to have to chip away slowly but surely. He's going to start on the defensive end. You cannot allow them to keep scoring in the fashion that they've been scoring. Those fast break opportunities, great looks at point-blank range. You got to have a solid closeout on every shot and really get active hands. We've seen them start to do a little bit of it early on, but they got to do more of it. And then they have to capitalize on these offensive possessions.
Davin Knight, a bullet to the right side. Ball inside, Trey Simmons, the turnover. Other direction, Buckner Up to Gullett, off the backboard to himself, and he puts it in. That was straight disrespect. And a double dribble call.
Wow. The lob off the glass was called a double dribble, and this has this place in shambles.
Alvin, do you agree with the call?
I don't, because we've seen it time and time again. You see it off the glass, you talk to yourself, it makes contact with the glass, you go back and you slam it home. So the refs right now, they're going back and talking about it to make sure they got the call correctly. And as we see right now, they go back, and that's what you love. You love when they could go and reconvene, get the call correct, and you see them get the bucket, because as we all know, that is not a double dribble. But they got the call correct, and that's a good officiating right there. It's okay, we're all human, we all make mistakes, but the ability to go back and have your wits about you and make the correct call is what really matters.
20-plus points now for Mr. Grant Gullett. Trey Simmons from the outside, off on that one.
And right now, the Winter Park Storm they just broke like the ice cream machine at McDonald's on a busy Saturday.
Up to Richards. Richards. Layup is good. It seems like Gullett wanted the alley-oop attempt there.
He did.
Simmons up top.
Nothing
Threw it out of
going.
bounds. Actually, Alvin, you know what's interesting about Trey Simmons? We've called games for him before. Where do we call games for him at?
I want to have my first guest at Edgewater.
Yes, Edgewater High School. Trey Simmons, graduate of Edgewater High School. We were calling their basketball games that year. And he was one of the seniors on that team.
So a few young guys going.
And there he gets tangled up with Dickerson. Simmons and Dickerson. Jump ball.
And that's what you love to see. You love to see the young guys going at it. Rookie on sophomore, if you will. And that's what you gotta love too. You hear the older guys telling them, stay aggressive, be aggressive. You're gonna make mistakes, but we got your back. And that's as a rookie, as a young guy, in any league, that's what you want. You want the backing from your coaching staff, and more importantly, the peers that you're playing with. It just makes the game come to you just a little bit easier.
Storm with the possession. Simmons outside. Devin Jackson to the line.
Good take right there by Devin Jackson. Good job by Simmons attacking, forcing that initial defense to collapse so Jackson has a lane to attack, and he did just that, gets to the free throw line. And they're going to need more of that. They have 3 guards in right now with Dom Douglas really going small in this lineup. They're going to have to attack, and they're going to have to knock down these open looks that they're going to create.
74-50. First one is up and good. Diamante Lewis checking back into the game.
Checks in, greases the wheel a little bit, and really what he's been able to do last year been phenomenal. Comes in, he's made a few spark plays earlier on this game, and now coming in, expected to make a few key plays for him as a veteran presence. And with Grant Gullett, all things are possible.
Gullett the fadeaway on Hardnett Jr.
Right on cue, Diamante Lewis to Grant Gullett, a nice fadeaway. Grant Gullett has added that leaner late through last season.
Jackson off the mark. Diamante Lewis inside. Gullett fouled. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And this is the lineup I love for the flight. I love seeing Diamante and Grant really just bum rush the opposition in that transition, because Diamante is very patient with the basketball, as you saw in that previous possession. Very cool, very calm, never rush. He's in his own lane, his own game. And then you see Grant Gullett cutting the trailer, and he's aggressive, he's attacking, and the ball always seems to find him, especially as he nears the rim.
And Grant Gullett puts the first one in against 71% last year.
Stop it right
from the free throw stripe.
Why would you do it? We made a rule.
Yeah, we said it was
75.
75 and over. You can't say it.
Okay,
so, watch. There you go.
All right,
There you go.
We made the rule. We stuck with it. You got me worried.
There you go. Yeah, I
That's
told
my
you.
guy. We can't be out here
Told
doing.
you. Williams down the lane for 2.
Breaking rules and attacking the lanes.
Diamante Lewis, a big guy, but shifty as ever. Ball out off of the Storm last. Up top, Lewis in on Trey Simmons.
Love that
I
matchup.
love Trey Simmons. Richards off balance.
But once again,
Al
Trey
Buckner
Simmons,
last, yeah.
he played great defense at the point of attack, initially being that initial force, but then you see him on the back end with Richards, putting his hands up, being a body, being a force that he has to overcome, and Trey Simmons is doing a great job on the defensive end. I'm excited to see him open it up on the offensive side.
So he'll go into the lane now, and he got rejected by Grant Gullett. Hardnett Jr. regains possession. Off the mark again.
Wow.
78 to 54, 5:10 to go. Grant Gullett just said, "Welcome to the league, rookie." Richards up top. Buckner, a pump fake to the left, now goes right, guarded by Douglas. Down inside, Douglas got the better of that matchup. DJ up top. Williams, the bounce pass, Hardnett Jr. for 2 again.
And right now, Winter Park doing a great job cutting, somewhat similar to what the Browns did to Baker Mayfield, but on the positive spectrum. You gotta love it.
Diamante Lewis for 2 again. That was tough, Alvin. Poor Baker.
Poor Baker, he's making 18 M's. That's the complete 180 of poor. That's what he could take jabs at him. Respectfully.
Baker. Not Ben Simmons? $29 million a year?
Well, that as well. I hope he gets his mental right.
No! Way downtown, Diamante Lewis.
Man, Diamante Lewis is at shots. Getting it from beyond the arc.
Douglas will try one right back. Off on that one.
And now he's feeling hot like his shoes.
Heat check. Off to the right side.
And you hear some of the plight from Winter Park, and really it's been like this since the second quarter when they went on that. They were on the wrong end of a 15-point swing.
Yeah.
Offensive rebounds, getting 0 of them. Defensive rebounds, very little. Offensive scoring, minuscule.
They just a lid on the basket for the Storm right now.
Great
Ulrich
effort.
Paul. And Douglas puts it through.
Great effort. That's what it takes. However, you got to make a push right about now.
Richards lost it, but he's on the right side. Played for the St. Pete Tide last year. Underneath, down low, stolen away. Paul. DJ. Up and under.
That press for the Winter Park has been working. And it's really because ball movement and really attacking the weaknesses of a press hasn't been done for the Flight.
What do you want to see more of here from the Storm? I'm thinking like Braylon Pickens.
It seems like their heart's been just taken, just ripped out of their chest.
Hardnett Jr. downtown.
And he stays there. No Uber ride back home.
Nope. Rashad Peacock checking in for the Storm. Diamante Lewis and Richards are out for the Flight. And Terry the Berry Cleveland
That was
back
smooth.
in for the Flight.
That was smooth. almost as smooth as Jared Bear's beard, but
Yeah.
one could dream.
Yeah.
And I dream a lot. I sleep, about 60 winks a night. And 20 of those are spent just praying that the beard cream I use can get my beard to look like Jerry's. But
What do you think Jerry's skincare routine is like? It's like cold water in the morning, cold water at night, 2 hot compresses, maybe a few face masks
'cause you don't
in
see
there.
a pore.
I have never seen
Just-
a pore on that man.
Just lavish beard,
Yeah.
beautiful eyes, nice stern scowl when he needs to put it on.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to pick a fight with Jerry. No way. I'm losing
Absolutely
that
no
10
chance.
times out of 10.
He'll turn any jaw into a glass chandelier.
Absolutely. Sam Thurl also checks in for the Florida flight while we're at it here. So now the lineup for the flight: Terry Cleveland, Caleb Winfrey, Sam Thurl, Grant Gullett, and Shane Prunty.
Shane Diesel.
Gullett inside, underneath, lost it. Shane underneath, he also lost it. Ball going the other way for the Winter Park Storm. It's Dominic Douglas, Rashad Peacock, Chris Williams, Ulrich Paul, and Devin Jackson. Williams wide open, and it makes sense.
Really, no one's been able to get it going from beyond the arc in the second half.
Other way, Rashad Peacock ahead of everyone. Down low, Douglas. You think that was a pass from Peacock?
We're going to say it was a pass.
Paul
Good pass.
underneath, Peacock left side, catch and shoot. Devin Jackson from outside.
Great ball movement by Winter Park.
Minute 15 to go here in the third. Winfrey, the step back, and he missed it off to the right side. Devin Jackson, just off the backside of the rim.
Pace has increased, but so have the level of bricks.
Just over 50 seconds to go. Right side.
And when we have these lulls in action, it favors the flight because they have this comfortable lead. They're okay
Yep.
to dawdle offensively.
Douglas, spinning, missing. Terry Cleveland, other way, down low, Gullett against Williams. Easy money.
Easy money, sniper. Great hand.
Coming right into us. Jerry, is your computer okay? All right, we're still good to go.
We are still
Good,
great.
good defense there.
You got the craziest reaction speed, cat-like reflexes. Jared Bear. The beautiful part about that, I got to witness this. The fans didn't get to see this, but when he was reaching to save the computer screen, the beard just swayed in the wind. It was the most elegant thing I've ever seen in my life. I have a tear.
The wind of the AC. We're inside. It's an indoor sport. And a beautiful day to be inside. It was raining earlier, so a great day for some basketball. Shane Prunty, other side. Dominic Douglas got up 100 feet to take that one out of the sky.
Wow. Dom Douglas sending him back.
Ball goes out.
He has some pogo sticks for legs. I just
you
had
know,
a loss of words because I did not expect
sometimes,
him to get
yeah.
on the Vertimax like that.
10 seconds to go. Douglas. Cross court. Paul, 3 seconds to go. Up top. Jackson around the traffic. Got it off in time, and he put it in from the charity stripe. So through 3 long quarters, 87-65. The flight up by 22 as we go into our break. One more quarter up and coming. Back here for the fourth quarter of action, Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Jerry Pettit, the whole Jerry Bear production gang, bringing you as many games as we can this FBA season. That one in by Devin Jackson. Now a 20-point game. Ulrich Paul to steal, and he absolutely bricked the layup.
Great job attacking the seams, but not able to finish.
Gullett, right side, Winfrey wide open. And Gullett the rebound. Gullett fouled on the putback.
The problem is that Grant Gullett is just so active around the rim. He gets offensive boards, defensive boards, and you have to put a body on him if you're Winter Park, if you even hope to chip away at this lead. Granted, as the time goes down, the probability of them winning this game just drastically decreases. However, you have something to play for. You got to find that recipe for success, and it's going to start with effort plays. And right now, we're not seeing it from Winter Park.
.71% from the free throw line last year. Grant Gullett off on that one. Let's see.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
He'll make it. $20, please, Alvin.
Hey, you got to put the wager before.
Oh. Yeah, forgot about the whole first part of that. Anyways, Devin Jackson inside, charge.
It's a great job by Grant Gullett finally being on the positive end of a charge. He's gotten a couple early on, and now finally doing a good job getting that call. Winter Park struggling offensively.
It's a 21-point game. It's been anywhere between like 16 and 25 most of this game since the second quarter.
I didn't hear a word. I was just mesmerized by your star player, hands and knees, wiping down the sweat from the floor. That's what you want. You want your leader to be as
That's what you're focusing on?
Oh, 100%.
This is the first time in my life I've seen it. Someone's drinking a Pepsi mango flavor. That ball goes right through the hands of Terry
Mango
Cleveland
flavored?
and back the other way.
Mangoes are in season too. I know the Caribbean's coming out of me right now, but
yeah,
they're in season.
Give me that.
Man, I've never been so hungry for a mango in my life.
Yep.
Thinking about Pepsi mango.
Never seen it before.
Mango flavored gum. Apple pie and hummus?
Jerry, I mean, since you're saying it must be good, but I'm just telling you right now that doesn't sound too delectable. Jackson for three.
Siame tossed him in.
And that's an offensive foul.
And that's the frustration coming out right there. Pat Siame hasn't been involved in this game as much as he would have liked. And you can see he's wearing it on his sleeve right there. And that was the culmination of a very frustrating night for Pat Siame. That was the chicken wing special. We're talking about mangoes, and Pat Siame serving out chicken wings from Wingstop.
So that's going to be a technical, right?
Flagrant, yep. Flagrant one. But chicken wings do sound pretty good right now, though. Lemon pepper, please, extra crispy. Thank you.
Oh. Where do you get your chicken wings?
Wingstop, typically. Ricky Ross, the boss.
See, I feel like they take too long.
Oh, yeah. You put the order in, and then you like, the second you think about wings, you put the order in immediately, right? And then you take care of stuff. You know,
do the house chores, and
you know,
buy your girl some flowers.
You go make sure your tires are rotated.
Call Jerry.
Go through your skincare routine, and then you go, buy drinks. You get the house situated, put the game on.
Damn, we are not getting sponsored by Wingstop
at all. They're not. We're really not.
Oh man, we just lost that one.
But hey. You got some great wings. It's just, you know,
Their 11 pepper wings are great.
they are great. You're just going to get them at 11. Even if you order it at 6, it's okay. If they do sponsor this video, all of that was a lie. They come
Quickest wings in the business.
in the business. One-stop shop for
Jesse
wings.
and Alvin guaranteed. Jerry probably smartly will not give his approval. Ulrich Paul from the left corner.
And he's really been a positive note for Winter Park. Aggressive on defense. He's been that energizer for them.
Call it right side. Shot off the mark there by
He has his
Therrell.
fingerprints all over this game.
Paul to the right side. Off the flight last.
Paul is doing a good job, just really, like I said earlier, being that energizing piece.
Douglas just rims out. He's just, you can see the physical frustration of him at this point. Terry. No berries for him. Richards inside up with the left hand.
The European two-step to Greece. Richards sauce walking.
(91-73). Jackson outside, left it short.
Great box out by Grant.
Richards on the right side. A nasty move. We're going to call that one the washing machine.
And he forgets to play defense.
Oh, man. Ulrich Paul back again for 3.
Wow, but Richards deep in his bag, his Wingstop bag. Around the world. Jeez.
Jackson from the right wing. They give it right back to him. One dribble. Off the mark. Douglas underneath.
Great block.
The second chance. Third time is good for Douglas.
The pogo stick.
So, with the absence of Brandon Moss, is this flight team now Grant Gullitz?
Oh, 100%. And another key thing that I forgot to mention early on, Braylon Pickens is suffering a back injury, and that's why he hasn't been in this game thus far. And really, it's been his absence has been felt tremendously.
Good defense here by Richards on Jackson. Jackson almost lost his balance there. Out to the left side, Knight. Air ball. Ulrich Paul. Your new favorite guy on the Storm. Richards unhappy as he will take a seat.
Expressing his frustrations, to say the least. But going back to that point with Braylon Pickens, it's really hard for Coach Mistel to come up with a plug-in, if you will, for a guy like Braylon Pickens. You know what he can do on the offensive end, defensive end, what he brings to the table as far as energy goes and the leadership capabilities as well. So with him being out and having to make that quick adjustment at halftime and find someone to fill that role, the flight has been able to go on a run and go on a sustained run. Right now, trying to figure out how to chip away at this 13-point lead.
We're going to take a break from our broadcast here real quick, and we'll be back in a couple seconds. (93-80) the score. How about this, Alvin? Only a 13-point lead for the Florida Flight.
And it doesn't seem like it, just because the Flight has been making highlight play after highlight play, and the Storm haven't been able to really light it up, so to speak. But they are very close to going on a sustained run of their own.
Long two from almost straight away for Therrell, off the mark. Hickey puts that one through. Lead back to 15. Jackson inside. Hickey the rebound. Alvin, show off your handles real quick as the ball went out there.
Are you ready to see the flick of the wrist? Are you ready
Yeah,
for it?
you
I'm
got
just
it.
waiting for the ref. Where's the ref?
He's looking for you. There you go.
Oh, you saw that
yes.
pass. Crispy.
You were getting some applause there on the
Loved
bench.
it. They love us. The Jer Bear crew live.
I think they were actually applauding over the call, but
No,
yes.
no.
Oh,
Don't you do that.
okay. I
It
can't
was
do that
for
to you.
us.
Okay. Yes. Got it.
They saw the figure eight I was doing under the table.
Yeah.
And our shot clock operator, Karthik, he knows what he saw.
Turnover. Ulrich Paul. Douglas, other side. Puts it in.
Caleb Winfrey can get up with the best of them. He did jump straight up, however, he was levitating. That was an incredible finish by Dom Douglas. Wow.
So a bench warning received by the Winter Park Storm there by the officials. And that one goes off the hands of Dominic Douglas last.
They're called the Florida Flight for a reason.
You're still mesmerized by the hops on Winfrey, aren't you?
Oh, man. That movie is wrong. And you know the movie I'm talking about. That movie is wrong. And right now you see Winter Park going on that extended double team. Gotta find a way to keep their hands off of it.
Just still a 13-point game, but it's just the life between these two teams is just completely different right now.
Completely different dichotomy between the two. However, you gotta love that the Flight, their ability to be a front runner. But Winter Park finding their wits about them. They're getting some heart. They're starting to make plays, effort plays, and that's gonna make things interesting going down the stretch. Good shot.
Hickey, nice fadeaway there from the left side. Inside, Douglas fouled.
Bodies are hitting the floor.
So now Douglas to the line.
And really, it's crazy because when you hit the ground that much, the ground's unforgiving, Jesse. It doesn't give. It always wins.
They do call it hardwood floor for a reason.
So the wear,
That makes sense.
The wear on your body. Dom Douglas, obviously, he hits the gym. You see his arms poking out through his shirt, but it still hurts time and time again. You're hitting the floor 7, 8, 9 times a game. That wears on you. So he's done his due diligence in the weight room to make sure he can take that punishment, but it's still punishment nonetheless.
So now Douglas back to the line. Wow, it's so quiet right now. I feel like it's like I'm calling golf.
Or
Phil Mickelson to the line. What if you could just yell like in golf, like, "Oh, he absolutely bricked it" or something? That would be so tough.
you'd
I don't think that is proper golf etiquette.
booed off the greens.
And the other fact of the matter is, I suck at golf too. So,
I'm chucking up dirt all the time.
I'd be saying some of the craziest things you ever heard in your life. I actually golfed with Coach Mastel a few times before, and
He cooked you.
no, actually. It's just mainly because I hit my drives a mile. My thing is, swing as hard as you can every single time. Doesn't matter where the ball ends up. You'll be closer to the hole than if you were to swing softer. So
That was
go big or go home, boys.
That was the most baseball statement you've ever made in your life.
I know, it really is. Jackson flying inside underneath the basket.
Maxine Flaxton Jackson, for all my Key and Peele fans out there, get in the bucket. You got
Gullet, I love Key and Peele. Gullet left side. The East-West Bowl.
You know it, a cultured man. I just expect nonetheless from the Jer Bear Academy graduate.
I taught that lecture. I returned as a TA and I taught Key and Peele 501.
Oh, a 500 level class. There
Yeah.
you go.
It was graduate level studies.
Cookies.
Winfrey got a little bit too handsy with that one. He got a block on the other side. And a second one as well. The second one was a foul, but what an immense effort by Winfrey getting back after he turned over the ball.
Now you're on the Winfrey train as well. Caleb can absolutely sky. He has a turnover on one end, hustles back, does his little teeter step to get his feet behind him or under him, gets the rejection, goes up for the second, but Dom Douglas, a little too skilled, maneuvers the ball at the last moment and gets the call. But you gotta love the effort by Caleb. That's winning basketball there. Obviously, you don't want the turnover. You don't want that to happen. But not the ability to not give up, get back there, get a clean block. You can build on that. Now back to Key and Peele. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, no, I'm down. Yes.
Unforced turnovers, and Richards knows it.
Coach King's going to have to use a timeout here. Talk to his guys. They're only up by 11. Score the game. The gap sort of closing for the Winter Park Storm. Just over 6 minutes left to go as we're going to take a break and bring it right back in just a sec. How about this? It's an 11-point game, 99-88. With over 6 minutes left to play, Alvin, still plenty of time for the Winter Park Storm to close that gap. And they are! First time since the second quarter that the lead has been only in single digits for the Flight. Hickey underneath. Williams got a piece of the ball, but also a piece of Hickey's hand.
And really, in that timeout, you could just hear the passion oozing out of Coach Mestel to his players. And obviously, coming out of the timeout, you get a good shot, you get a good bucket. That's all you can hope for. Now, seeing how the Flight handles that, how do they handle this pressure? The storm is brewing, it's coming, it's here, it's in your front yard. What are you going to do? I hope you boarded up your windows.
Hickey, his first one is good. Honestly, up to this point, you know who kind of was the game changer for the Storm was Ulrich Paul.
Yes. Well, really, it's because his effort. And for everyone, young basketball players, people who are learning, who's not on the team, who's trying to get on the team, the quickest way to get on the roster is effort. And we've seen that in this game.
Here's Paul dicing inside. Taylor, three again, airballed.
But Jesse,
and
look,
staying in that direction, and now a little more life from the Storm.
and really, we'll go back to Paul. That's the difference maker. That's the catalyst. You see the effort he's playing with. Guys have to follow.
Here's Paul, a catch and shoot. Hits the three!
And look at the Storm bench. They're loving it. They're
It's a
galvanizing.
7-point game, 5.5 minutes left to play. All of a sudden, Alvin, this became a game
This is
real
a game.
quick.
Fronting Grant Gullett, not allowing him to get involved offensively.
Hickey off the front side. Here comes Davin Knight. The bounce pass right. Taylor again. Good.
Around the world and it drops. They are cooking with grease.
And now the Storm. And foul's going to go against Chris Williams.
They're doing everything they can to not allow Grant Gullett to get involved because we know what he can do. But offensively, they figured it out.
Four-point game, Alvin.
This is what you want to see. And really, if you would have told me we were in a 4-point game at the end of the second quarter, I would have called you a slew of names. However, here we are, less than 5 minutes in the game, 4-point game.
Are they saying that was a shooting foul?
Well, they're
Oh, yeah, they're in the bonus.
Okay.
I believe.
I was gonna say I believe they're at the limit, so they get the shots
They're
that
shooting.
way. But
Yeah.
this is a nice break for the flight.
And Gullett misses the second one, so 102-97 is the score. Paul up top in a 5-point game. Taylor, baseline, stepped out.
Now this possession right here is crucial for the flight. Basketball is a game of moments, and right now this is a big moment for the flight. They gotta turn the tide back into their favor. I like this matchup here.
Gullett against Paul. Let's see if Paul can get big. Gullett spins around him. Euro steps into the lane. Fouled.
But you see the activity by Paul. So aggressive at the point of attack. Gets his hands on everything. That's the reason the Storm have been able to crawl back into this game, is because of the efforts of Paul, and everyone has just rallied behind his war cry.
So here comes Grant Gullett. First one is good. Two times a charm, maybe.
Good ball movement.
Paul from the left corner, underneath. Williams, a quick pass to the left, right through the hands of Davin Knight. You hate to see it, Alvin.
The soap special right through the hands. You would have thought he played DB.
Catch and shoot, Diamante Lewis. Off the mark. Williams back the other way. Jackson up top. 4 minutes to go. Jackson fouled. Shot doesn't go in. Shoots. 2 free throws up and coming.
Jackson gets these calls because he's so aggressive. His ability to attack the basket, get into the body of the defense, and maneuver the ball at the top of his jump is just uncanny. Here's
Jackson now from the line. Off on the first one. Late game free throws, Alvin. We talk about this when we're
Every
calling Italian League games a lot. But late game free throws
Huge. And
are what kill
especially
you.
They're going on such a tear here. And really when it matters most, you have to get the free ones.
But interesting, you notice how they're going on the tear without Dominic Douglas in the game.
And
Kind of
really,
makes you wonder.
ball
You know,
movement, you look,
his first game back, back in the starting rotation. First game just being with the squad. Sometimes it makes you wonder. Grant Gullett trying to go coast to coast. Brian Hickey the follow-up.
and going back to your point, it's the same like you look at the Grizzlies with John Morant.
Taylor, good for 3. 5-point game.
The sharp shooting from Taylor, especially in this fourth quarter, he's hit 2 at least. Absolutely cooking.
Diamante Lewis lost it. Ulrich Paul, pass ahead. Davin Knight, layup good. 3-point game.
What have we told you about Paul's defense and intensity at the point of attack? Harassing ball handlers all day long.
Grant Gullett. Charge on Grant Gullett. Ulrich Paul baited him into it.
Ulrich Paul just earned himself some money here. He earned himself a lot of respect from his peers, and he's going to get a lot more playing time as the season rages on. He didn't start the game off, but he is finishing it, and he's finishing it with an exclamation point.
Three minutes and 6 seconds left to go. It's a 3-point game.
How about the unsung hero, Ulrich Paul? Just, you gotta love
I think
seeing
this
that.
is like, we fell in love with this guy today. Coach King is going to use a timeout. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Winter Park Storm on a humongous run to try to put this one back into the win column for them. By the Winter Park Storm in the fourth quarter, and the latter part of the fourth quarter at that. 106-103 is the score. Alvin, it's a 3-point game. What have the Storm been doing to tap away at that lead that the Florida Flight ran away with in the second quarter?
It's called Ulrich Paul Evans, high school alum. He's done a great job being the catalyst defensively, creating turnovers, creating just chaos.
Inside Williams, a 1-point deficit for the Winter Park Storm.
Wow. A complete 180 from the first half. This Storm is surging.
Gullett to the left. And able to put it up and in, lead back to 3.
Cool, calm, and collected. Grant Gullett at your service.
Jackson directing traffic. Knight to the right side. Good ball movement here. Williams swings it out to the left. Paul for 3 in the corner. Boom! We're tied up at 108. 2:20 to go in the fourth. Ulrich Paul is having the game of his lifetime. Hickey for the lead. Fouled underneath.
And right now you see the Flight scrambling, giving it to their main guy, Grant Gullett. We know he could get a bucket. And now Hickey to the line to hopefully save the Flight, but what about this Storm surge we've seen for the entirety of this fourth quarter? A switch has been flipped.
Flight up by 1.
Talk about a game for Ulrich Paul. Braylon Pickens was out in the second half. Coach Mestel needed someone to fill those shoes, and Ulrich Paul did that and maybe even more. Brought a pair of his own.
Yeah. And to go up against a team that was in the championship last year, and literally their second game of the season, no small feat. But, you know, the Flight are very much a new-look team this year. Williams. Jackson. No.
Good hands.
110 to 108. It's the stolen ball back by Knight, who puts it in to tie it again at 110. The full pass ahead. Ulrich Paul got a hand on it. Winfrey recovers. Right side. Sam Farrell. Dickerson. Now into Gullett. Back outside. Dickerson for 3. Right wing. No. And a fight for the rebound. Goes off 2 hands of the Winter Park Storm. You hate to see it. 2 guys get their hands on it, and it goes out.
But really, and you hit the nail on the head. Winter Park's been getting their hands on everything. That's how you got that bucket on the other end, and now they're doing it again on the defensive side. This game has been turned on its head.
Gullett outside. Dickerson, the wraparound.
No dice.
Hit. Yeah. Times like this where, you know, the Florida Flight are going to miss Elliot Glegg this season. He was their three-point presence when they needed a big shot to be hit. It was him every single time. Davin Knight downtown.
Strong rebound.
Hickey.
And Jesse, that's a great point you made, because right now, late game shots, we need them to go if you're a Florida Flight fan, because right now this defense from Winter Park, they're not giving up anything easy. You see, if you put the ball on the ground, it's theirs for the taking. Ball movement, strong ball movement, solid crisp passes into the shooter's pocket, and tight releases, quick releases are going to be what gets this Flight team some buckets. Or, you know, you could just give it to Grant Gullett and let him pound away.
Yeah.
What a game.
What a game, and now we just have a minute, just a little bit over a minute left to play. And we're tied at 110. It was, the Flight were up by 24 at one point.
And really,
how about the perseverance of the Winter Park Storm under head coach Barry Mestel?
That's really the biggest thing here, because the ability to coach your way out of a slump, and they were struggling on all cylinders. Dead battery, alternators messed up, everything was wrong in the first half for this Winter Park Storm. Coach Mestel able to adjust quickly. Star is going to be out, and Braylon Pickens, he takes that, he digests it, comes up with a plan, and right now he's down 1, possibly 2, with less than 2 minutes in the game.
Second free throw is off the mark. It's a 1-point game. The Winter Park Storm finally have a chance to take the lead. Paul inside, swings it out. Williams 3, boom! First lead of the game for the Winter Park Storm. They're up by 2 with 50 seconds to go. Dickerson down the lane, and we're tied back up once again. 47 seconds left in regulation. This one coming down to the end. Both teams looking to get into the win column for their first time this season. Catch and shoot. Oh my mama! Caleb Winfrey got up.
We just saw a man fly, Jesse. What have I told you about that man, Caleb Winfrey? The ability to close out and just get to another level. He hit P on the elevator button, pushing P to say the least. Caleb Winfrey, great job defensively. What a game.
Under 30 seconds to go. Davin Knight full steam ahead to the basket, just a little bit too hard off the glass. The Flight have a chance with 20 seconds now. And a timeout taken by head coach Mark King. What do you draw up here, Alvin?
Right now, if I'm Coach King,
What do you draw up here, Alvin?
well, to begin with, I just would really try to have something to start with Grant Gullett, and he's the main catalyst here. You want him to get the ball in that high post area, and you want to utilize the plays that we've seen early on in this game.
Yeah.
That's going to involve him getting it, squaring up, seeing if they're going to double team him, and from there, you can move the ball around. Caleb Winfrey's feeling himself. There's a few guys that are knocking down shots, and you want to get those guys the ball in open
How about
areas.
Ulrich Paul, though? This guy has been the up-and-coming star of this game, and do you think they put him on Grant Gullett? Where does he go in this rotation?
Whoever gets the ball initially, he's going to guard your dangerous man. He is the defensive catalyst for them right now. He's the reason why they went on this run. I think he's player of the game for the Winter Park Storm, hands down. So they're going to put him wherever they can, wherever he's the biggest threat, and that's going to be the point of attack, and he's going to roam around and be a
So
matchup.
I was going to say one thing to notice is that both Dominic Douglas not in the game as well as Braylon Pickens. So that's two superstars. Why no Dominic Douglas here?
They went on that run and he wasn't in, and that's the great.
You don't want to
job-
change that up?
That's a great job by Coach Mastel. It's a game by game decision. You don't just have an ultimate lineup. Oh, boom, we go here. If you're hot, cool. But right now, the lineup that was cooking up, they were going. He's sticking with that, and I agree with it.
You agree with it?
100%.
Okay, we're going to go back down to the floor now for some action. Timeout break is over. And we'll see what happens with 19 and a half seconds left to go in regulation.
Talk about a chess match.
Flight are in the bonus. So any fouls, the Flight are shooting free throws. Here comes the inbounds.
Right, just like the doctor ordered, on the most dangerous man.
1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gullett inside. And that's a foul.
Ultra aggressive as he should be with Ulrich.
Very anticlimactic, honestly.
Ulrich Paul, yes. But realistically, Ulrich Paul, his ability to move sideways, get his hand and on the ball is just incredible. And they had to run a double screen to get him off so he got some wiggle room. And then that's what they've been doing. They've been getting their hands on the ball, but that creates that aggression. And sometimes you get caught, they got their hand caught in the cookie jar.
And Gullett left it short. 6 seconds is a lot of time if the Winter Park Storm get this ball back.
What a game. Late game free throws.
And Gullett misses both of them. The Winter Park Storm could get the last shot of the game, Alvin.
Talk about a game, Jesse. Late game free throws smite the Flight once again.
So now, like we were saying earlier, both teams are looking to get back into the win column. They have not won a game yet this year. The Winter Park Storm are 0-2. Florida Flight dropped their first game of the season yesterday, so now they're 0-1. Neither of these teams want to either go down 0-3 or 0-2, right?
No,
so,
that's not a spot you want to be in.
but the last shot of the game, who are you giving it to for the Winter Park Storm?
Well, I want Ulrich Paul to have it because he's been cooking for the last 2 shots he's hit beyond the arc, and Taylor's been doing his thing as well. So I definitely want to have a little 2-man game with those guys.
So Ulrich Paul and Aaron Taylor are your guys to go
They're
to.
my guys, they're cooking right now.
Okay.
You see what they've done on this run. I think you reward them better.
Devin Jackson, I feel like, might come off a screen or something, and then they get a quick pass away. So just a little bit under 6 seconds to go. That's a lot of time.
A lot of time.
That's a lot. You're swimming in time.
2 or 3 people can touch the basketball with 6 seconds.
We're going to go back down to the floor now for the action. What a comeback story, though, for the Winter Park Storm. Trailed by 24 at one point. It's all tied up at 113 here in the fourth quarter. Chris Williams to inbound on the far side. Gets it past Darrell Taylor. They might not have passed it as far back. Taylor off balance. Banks it in with 0.4 seconds left to go.
Oh my goodness.
Aaron Taylor! The ice in this man's veins is from Antarctica. An off-balance three-point shot. The inbounds was way too far behind the half-court line, forcing him to take an off-balance three from the left wing, and miraculously, he banks it in, Alvin.
Jesse, huge shot. However, the theatrics before the buzzer hits 0-0 may cost them a technical. You cannot run on the court before the game is over. The Flight have a possibility to still be alive here. But what an incredible shot by Taylor. Just how they drew it up one leg off the glass. Jesse, what a game.
That might have been one of the most incredibly lucky or good shots I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
Alvin, top 5 sports moments in the FBA that we've witnessed together. That's got to be at least top 2.
Top 2, and it's not 2. I don't think I've seen a one-legged shot to
I have never seen that
capitalize
before.
on a 24-point comeback.
Yeah.
Especially after being him and Ulrich Paul has been the catalyst for this run, and to finish it off with a capstone moment as such. However, now that they've been
So now is Aaron Taylor in the race for the player of the game in your mind for the Winter Park Storm?
No, but
No.
it was a great shot. But
What are you
Ulrich
talking
Paul
about?
Is not, if you take Ulrich Paul from this game, that 3 doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
But he's the second, he's runner-up for sure, hands down.
0.4 seconds
What a shot.
left to go. We're back down here on the floor. It's got to be a quick inbounds and shot. Can you even get a shot with 0.4 seconds left to go, Alvin?
Not unless your name's Ray Allen or Tracy McGrady, but let's see.
Here's Winfrey. Gullet, turnaround jumper. That one's good! And they're going to say he got it off in time! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No! So the officials are going to have to get together to discuss this one. Grant Gullet, with 0.4 seconds, somehow got it off in time.
I want to see overtime. What a shot on both ends of the court. Turnaround Jay. Whoa.
We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime.
What a game. Big time players make big time plays. You just gotta love it.
Hey, are y'all not recording it?
So both teams sort of preaching their cases
Jesse,
to the squad.
when you have a game finish in this fashion, you just have to take a step back and just appreciate our seats. We're at half court here.
Yes.
We get to witness a one-legged shot on one end of the court, followed up with 0.4. You get a turnaround Kobe-esque, Kobe Bean Gullet.
That was just
To
one
end
of the
the
most
game.
unbelievable shots. Okay, that's top 5. 2 top 5 moments.
2 top 2 moments. Erase everything we've seen in the past. That was won by Taylor. I don't know which comes first, the chicken or the egg, because that first shot, one-legged.
Dinosaur.
Jerry's
Where we're
beard.
at.
But
Yeah.
but then you get a turnaround with 0.4. We knew the situation. Tied with Taylor, but the extra clutch from Serbia maybe with Grant Gullet. Turnaround jump shot, buzzer sounds, every kid's dream. Now we're in overtime. What a moment. What a moment.
So 5 minutes on the clock. Both teams get 1 timeout each.
You can't make this up.
That was unbelievable.
Unbelievable to say the least. Turnaround, 0.4, Grant Gullet, get out his way. He don't need it. He doesn't need 0.5. And to answer your question, yes, you can get a shot off in 0.4.
That is. Sometimes it's nice when the players answer my questions.
Ray Allen, game 6. Grant Gullett, game 2.
Second game of the season here.
Home opener.
And that just miraculous shot sends us to overtime. But let's not forget, Aaron Taylor caps off a 24-point deficit. Comeback for the Winter Park Storm to take us to overtime here as well. So unbelievable performances by, one of the best players in the Florida Basketball Association in Grant Gullett, and also an up-and-coming star in Ulrich Paul and Aaron Taylor for the Winter Park Storm.
and really 2 juggernauts in this league last year, obviously coming off to a slow start this year, but there is no shortage of all-star and superstar talent on both ends of the court. Doesn't matter if you're wearing a gray jersey or a black jersey, the stars are here, the stars are shining. Ulrich Paul is going to have to dig deeper into his bag because we got another quarter.
So let's see what they can come up with here in overtime. We're tipping off now at center court.
Oh, man.
Brian Hickey, Chris Williams on the logo. Here comes the jump. And it's won by the Winter Park Storm. Jackson ahead to Knight. Right side Williams, catch and shoot 3. Knocks it down!
And you just gotta love the start for Winter Park.
Gullett underneath, Thera puts it back in, Storm up by 1.
Oh, you just gotta love the tensions are rising. This is where you find out who's a Jimmy and who's a Joe.
2 crosstown rivals going head to head. This is as heated as it gets. Taylor left that one short. Devin Jackson will give it right back to him in the corner. Shortest 3 in the game. Again, just a little bit strong. 4:10 to go.
Oh my.
Pocket picked. Ulrich Paul on Dickerson. Paul puts it in.
Oh my goodness. He's just dribbling it and then he's not. Another steal.
Jackson way outside, and Chris Williams gets blocked from the back by Winfrey. Winfrey ahead of the bunch, and that one rattles around and in for Dickerson.
The defense in this game, in the sweet lay by Dickerson with the right hand and the left side.
121 to 120. Taylor, who hit the big 3 earlier, passes to the right side to the jump starter. Williams outside. Could not bank that one in, missed that one off to the right. Dickerson to the left. Hickey, 15-footer. And Davin Knight, the big rebound. Taylor to the left. Now back up top. Knight, they swing it around to their point guard, Jackson. DJ with the rock in his hands, guarded by Thera. Taylor, left wing. Knight for 3. No.
And you want to see
They're
Ulrich
settling
Paul.
for 3s.
Exactly, and Ulrich Paul hasn't touched the ball offensively outside of the steals that he's gotten. So you want to see him get more involved, especially on a possession like that.
Gullett.
Oh my.
Trying to shake off Knight. Left side. Winfrey. Good for 3. Flight back with their first lead by 2. 123 to 121.
Just like Coach drew it up. Grant Gullett getting the double team, kicking it to Caleb Winfrey. That's one heck of a 1-2 punch.
Ulrich Paul, the finish by Jackson. Whatever shoes he's got on, I want a pair.
Call those the Like Mike Jackson edition.
Wow, the hops on Jackson to get up and tie this game up again. Winfrey to the right. Hickey fouled, and it goes through. A chance for 3 for Brian Hickey.
Jesse, but let's talk about the pass by Caleb Winfrey. Absolute rocket, dropping a dime in the shooter's pocket. All he had to do was finish his dinner. Caleb Winfrey setting the plate. What a game.
So that's the last foul on Chris Williams. He's got 6. He's going to have to come out of the game. Hickey, his free throw is good. So here's Davin Knight to the left side. Douglas, Ulrich Paul. Off on that one. I mean, but you went 4 possessions back to back where you didn't give him the ball at all. He didn't touch the rock.
Cold hands. But
if a guy's making the ball on the defensive side of the floor, you have to reward him on the offensive side. At least give him a ball. Oh, Paul got shooken off of Gullett there. Gullett back to Dickerson for 3. No. Gullett again. Inside. Fouled. 3-point game. 126 to 123.
You just gotta love the intensity from both sides. Obviously, going into overtime, you have really a buzzer beater. Both sides are gonna feel some type of way about it. However, with the extra quarter, what are you gonna do? The shot's been made, the overtime is being played. Who's gonna rise up to the occasion, or rather sink to the level of their training? Who's been putting in the work when no one's been looking? We know Grant Gullett has, we know Ulrich Paul has, Dom Douglas. I could go down the list. But you gotta love watching it in live fashion. Both guys swinging. This is a heavyweight bout.
Gullett's first one is good.
And I love how you didn't say anything, because we know what we could have said, but we just didn't do it because the moment is too big.
No.
The air is heavy.
Nope.
You feel it. I know you feel the tension.
There's severe tension in the room right now.
Everyone has something to say to the opposite bench. You just gotta love it. This is ripe for competition.
Gullett already shooting better this season from the charity stripe from where he was last year. Jackson inside. Turnover. Gullett fouled by Taylor.
Barry Mestel is livid. Coach Mestel wanted a timeout before that possession, but wasn't able to get it off in time. And now
and Coach Mestel not happy with the call. That was a flagrant.
Well, it should be a clear path in general, just because there's no defenses back. So when you foul on a fast break, you are going to give up those points. So typically, what you would want to do in that situation is you want to have you want to let them really get the play off, and then from there, you could just live with the explosion that's going to happen from it. You don't actually want to foul because you're going to get the technical shot and the ball back. But you got to love the chippiness going on here.
Oh, yeah. Gullett's second one goes in. And then you get possession as well, since that's a flagrant. 130 to 123. Do you foul here? You're down by 7.
So in this situation, you got to play stout defense.
So Shane Prunty picks up the technical off the bench. Ulrich Paul and him both pick up technicals. So that was obviously offset. And we keep playing.
For sure.
Dickerson, turnover. Ulrich Paul back the other way. Throws it up, off balance. And Paul just laughing as he gets up from the floor. Gullett! Flight G is cleared for landing.
Wow. That's how you do it. When it gets chippy, when guys start talking, guys like Grant, they don't talk. They just show up and they show out. Elbow at the rim, detonates on the rim. That's exactly what you want from your star.
And what an unfortunate turn here for the Winter Park Storm. They, had that massive comeback. Aaron Taylor hits one of the most amazing threes I think I've ever seen in my life. And how'd they lose it here in overtime?
Grant Gullett, he just put them on notice. He hits the shot to take them into overtime, and then he's just been a steady force for them offensively. Caleb Winfrey, his effort on the defensive end, and really uncanny ability to knock down crucial, timely threes on the other end. And then obviously Winter Park, they've been out of wits. They've been doing a lot of chippy talking, and I love that for them, especially for the sport in general. However, you have to back it up. You can't let your mouth go and then your play stop. So you got to find a way to balance it, to use that as fuel and get better. But obviously the flight, they took flight in this one. It was encapsulated by that jam with Grant Gullett.
132 to 123. You're trailing by 9. Winter Park's going to get the ball back. Do you foul?
Well, really,
you try not to. Winter Park, do they foul?
Winter Park,
do they not do that?
Winter Park, you want this game, so they're gonna foul. However, for the flight, there's no need for them to foul. All they got to do is play stout defense. They've been doing a great job of playing solid defense, forcing turnovers, especially down the stretch. So they got to do that once again. And the Storm, they're gonna have to find a way to get buckets.
.132 to 123. So here's the inbounds. Taylor up top to the left side. Knight guarded by Hickey through the lane, and Knight takes it all the way in.
What a finish by Knight.
He went skyward on that one. Therot. Hickey on the right side. A bullet to Therot down low. Gets all the way through to the basket. The inbounds. Knight. An easy lay-in. 15.3 seconds left to go. The flight, once they bring it across the half-court line, they can hold this one for good. And Hickey will touch the rock last. And this one, whoa! The game between two heated rivals ends up 134 to 127. And what an amazing game that was. Alvin, we'll bring it in here for a quick post-game show, and we got to get out of here. The Florida Flight win this one 134 to 127. Who's your player of the game?
Obviously, it's Grant Gullett. He played phenomenal.
It always is.
For 4 quarters, and really on both sides of the basketball.
He had 30-plus points yet again, so first 2 games of the season, first 2 30-plus point games for Grant Gullett, and the immense pleasure of watching Ulrich Paul today was definitely felt as well. He was amazing, and the Winter Park Storm now dropped, though, to 0-3 on the season to start off. The Florida Flight now 1-1. They have gotten back into the win column. For everyone here that makes all of our broadcasts happen, for our amazing, fantastic, beautiful producer, Jerry Pettit, Diamante Lewis behind us, Alvin Delvey, I'm Jesse O saying good night here from Orlando, Florida. The Flight win this one 134 to 127. We'll be back with you in a couple of weeks for more FBA 2022 action presented by Poly Wealth Management.